All right, let's hop into the next slide. So thank you to all of our attendees that today, this morning, this afternoon, wherever it is that you're located. I'm calling in from San Francisco, so it's morning time for me. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we are excited to talk about growing and simplifying wholesale businesses online. So the name of our webinar is to grow and simplify your business. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how our webinars work. So first of all, we will share this content with attendees. So it takes us a few days to process the recording, but we will send it out to everyone via email. So you are welcome to take notes, but you can also just sit back and you'll be able to watch the recording at a later date at your convenience as well. We also do have Faire folks in the chat. So we have moderators who are here to share helpful links and address comments throughout the session. Again, just remember to chat to everyone. That's how everyone can benefit from your question and see the answers and see those helpful links. Panelists are going to be focused on presenting, so they won't be able to respond directly to those messages directed at host and panelists. We also have prepared an agenda today. We have some really exciting content to share, all about online wholesale, about Faire, about what it means to get started. Unfortunately, we won't have time for office hours or general Q&A. So we do want to make sure that if you have additional questions that you are able to send them somewhere if we don't cover those today. So feel free to email our support team, support@faire.com, if you do have additional questions or specific troubleshooting needs. So I'd like to introduce our panel today. My name is Madeline. I'm on our marketing team. I've been running our webinar program this fall here at Faire. So if you've attended another webinar, you may have already met me. I'm excited to see everyone here. We also have wonderful folks, Nick, Deborah, and Ariana from our brand partnerships team. And when the spotlight goes over to them, they'll each introduce themselves. But it's really wonderful to have them here because they talk to our brands every single day. They have so much information and knowledge about how brands interact with the Faire platform. So we're really excited to have them. And before we jump into our core content, I did want to take a step back and talk a little bit about Faire's mission for those of you who are just getting to know us as a business. Faire was founded in 2017 for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs on the belief that the future of retail is local. And we hold that mission very near and dear to our hearts. It impacts everything that we do. Ultimately, our goal is to help independent entrepreneurs chase their dreams, like all of you. And that's why we built an online wholesale marketplace to empower small business owners and retailers and independents in their community to connect with independent brands who have similar missions to buy and sell wholesale online. And ultimately, we are here to help you grow and simplify your business. So what will we cover today? We are going to go over online wholesale basics, why online wholesale makes sense as a channel, and how it can help you streamline and solve for issues and problems that you might have in your business today. We're going to talk about how Faire works. So how does shipping work? How does commission work? What does it mean to get discovered on the marketplace? How are retailers seeing your brand? We'll talk about all of that. We'll then talk about getting started with Faire. So onboarding, what do you need to do to sign up and to get set up and to get yourself live? What are the tools that you need to be aware of once you are up and running on our platform? We'll then do a Q&A. So thank you to everyone who submitted questions during the registration process. We picked a few common questions that were not covered in other parts of the webinar, and we'll answer those at the end. And then finally, we'll send you off with an opportunity to give us feedback, as well as some additional resources that will help you learn more about Faire and more about wholesale. So now I would love to pass it off to my colleague, Nick, who's going to talk a little bit about online wholesale basics.
Good morning, everyone. As Madeline said, my name is Nick, and I'm calling from Chicago today. I've been with Faire for the past 10 months, and I'm on the brand partnerships team servicing our food and beverage brands. To get things started, would love to hear about some of the channels and tactics you use to write wholesale orders today. So please drop some of those tactics, some of those channels in the chat right now. Would love to see what your brand's doing. Let's see, let's get some examples. Let's use that chat. Next slide, please, is yes. Yes, let's get in that chat. Yes, we see phone, email, fax, trade shows, order forms, print catalogs, door-to-door sales. Yes, Shopify, wholesale shows. Yes, so many things that brands and retailers are doing to connect. Yes, using your website, so many great examples. And this list is just a few that our brands and retailers are doing to make that connection. Next slide, please. Traditionally, we see brands doing things like phone calls, emails, door-to-door sales, and these channels can be incredibly beneficial to starting your business, but they can also be very time-consuming. Also, in-person events like trade shows, these events can be beneficial to meet with the customer face-to-face, maybe do sampling, and can be a great way to get things started, but can be costly and take away from the day-to-day operations of your business. So in an effort to save time and money, the solution is wholesaling online. And Faire can do that through helping you grow and simplify your business. We're going to be able to help you reach new buyers and grow your wholesale business, not only domestically, but also throughout North America and throughout Europe. You're going to receive on-time payments guaranteed from Faire. We're going to take care of all the credit card and payment processing so you get paid out on time every time. And also, we're going to give net 60 terms to your retailers. We cover the payment terms, track down payment for you, and provide that flexibility to that retailers where they can pay now or order now and pay 60 days later. So some of the benefits we offer for our retailers include a one-stop shop with data-driven recommendations, net 60 payment terms, free returns on first orders, and free shipping, a free shipping subscription program. And some of the benefits we offer for our brands include exposure to over 250,000 independent retailers, guaranteed payment on every order, free marketing and customer relationship tools, and easy order and shipping management, all in an effort to increase sales, save time, and save you money. So you're probably wondering, who are our retailers? And happy to share a bit more. We work with over 250,000 throughout North America and Europe, working with over 30,000 brands across 70 different countries. And on our marketplace, on peak volume days, we see over $5 million in sales. A bit more about our retailers. These are true independent retailers who generate over $1 trillion in annual sales, and this market continues to grow. These boutiques, gift stores, corner markets, apparel stores can be hard to reach, but collectively make up the largest wholesale channel, larger than Amazon and Walmart combined. Plus, since the onset of the pandemic, over 86% of consumers report that they've opted to shop local. A bit more about what our retailers are saying, like John and Jackson Hole. I love Faire. I don't have to go to trade shows. Faire's website is 100% more user-friendly and better design than other wholesale sites. Kelly from here in Chicago said we've had such a successful experience with Faire, bringing in new artists and connecting with Shopify. It's probably the most flawless system we've used. And Matt in San Francisco said Faire makes things way simpler. We've migrated a number of our producers to the platform and discovered a bunch of new brands that are a great fit for their stores. Our retailers are loving Faire. And not only are retailers loving Faire, but also our brands, including Anthony, the owner of Nectar of the Vine. When Anthony, he joined Faire in 2019, this was shortly after him doing wholesale business for a year. He's been doing the traditional approach, going to shows, scanning badges, all of that. And he described it as mildly successful. And according to him, after joining Faire, he said it's been extremely lucrative for his brand and transformational. Faire has helped Nectar of the Vine save over 40 hours per week and increase his sales by over 75%. Throughout today's presentation, we'll speak more about the tools that have helped Anthony hit these milestones. Next, I'm going to pass it off to my teammate Deb to share more about how Faire works.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm Deborah. I'm calling in from Atlanta. I saw a bunch of you are from Atlanta too, so go Braves. I've been at Faire for a little under a year, and I also work with Nick on the brand partnerships team, really to help brands like yours onboard seamlessly to Faire. So we're gonna run through how Faire works today, and want to first check in with you guys. We have a quick poll for you all. So we would like to know, how well do you understand today how Faire works? So go ahead, it should pop up on your screen. Go ahead, select your answer, easy multiple choice. I'll give you guys a few seconds to do that. We can wrap that up. Awesome. All right. So I'm seeing 48% not well at all. Good kind of mix here. Definitely that's our goal today, to help educate you on this. And hopefully by the end of the call, you'll be able to answer that a little bit more confidently. So we're going to run through how Faire works in 5 steps today. First, building your shop page, then how you're going to get discovered, managing and shipping your orders, engaging customers and measuring your success, and then everyone's favorite, getting paid. So let's dive right in. It all starts out with building your custom shop page. So you'll upload and arrange your products, sharing case sizes, pricing, photos, descriptions, and you'll be setting your own order minimums that work for your business. Then you'll build out collections to merchandise your line and advise retailers on bestsellers and seasonal items. This is where you'll also get to share your brand story, any marketing videos you have, your social media handles, so that our Faire shop owners can really get to know what makes your brand unique. Once your page is built and live, it's time for the discovery to begin. So Faire offers data-driven, personalized recommendations to retailers so that the buyers most likely to order your products are actually seeing them. It works in a couple of different ways. First and foremost, your brand is promoted in Faire's new arrivals, which is our most visited collection, for the first 2 weeks that you're live on the platform. Retailers also receive recommended brands based on what they've searched, purchased, and clicked on. We also offer retailers quizzes so they can tell us more about their business, and we recommend products that are similar retailers have purchased in the past. And then finally, we customize our marketing emails to each retailer to highlight the right brands to the right buyers. And then after you've been discovered, your first order will come in. Very exciting times. We try to make managing and shipping orders on Faire completely seamless. So there are a few ways that you can ship your orders. We'll review today shipping on your own, shipping with Faire, and then what you need to know about international shipping. Before we dive into that, an awesome pro tip: all Faire brands ship for free. So retailers pay for shipping, though actually 40% of orders qualify for free shipping covered by Faire. So number 1, ship on your own. If you have a shipping system in place, you're able to fulfill Faire shipments within the US and Canada on your own. You can use a carrier of your choice. You'll just enter the tracking number into your Faire account so retailers can track the order. Or you also have the option to hand deliver your packages locally. This saves customers money and helps you build great relationships, which is something we take very seriously. At the end of the day, you'll be reimbursed for all your shipping costs. You'll receive reimbursement for shipping when Faire remits your order payout. Then next, we'll dive into Ship with Faire. So Ship with Faire is our seamless shipping system that offers you affordable labels at negotiated low rates that you can simply download at home. You get to choose from USPS, UPS, or FedEx for your prepaid label. You can add in any shipping and handling fees that you need. Those costs will be passed along to the retailer. And then you're also able to customize your packing slips to sort products in a way that's helpful to your team. You'll also be able to fulfill orders to the UK and Europe using Ship with Faire. So super exciting. If you guys have been considering expanding internationally, if you're already shipping internationally, you can use Ship with Faire. We will help you identify the right tariff codes for your products and actually auto-generate the invoices you need for those international customers. So diving a little deeper into international shipping, please ensure your products can be sold internationally. Faire is happy to provide all the necessary documents, but it's your responsibility to ensure that your products are eligible to be exported. Faire will facilitate VAT collection if your brand is VAT registered. So you do not need to register for VAT unless your brand has a physical entity, warehouse, or receiver in the destination region. Make sure to contact a customer broker if you are not sure. You definitely want to double check on all that information. And then really great pro tip here, all transatlantic orders are currently shipping for free. So Faire is covering all the duties and shipping costs so that retailers in Europe can order more from our US brands. So really exciting time to take advantage of that and get up and running on Faire. The value of Faire does not stop there. We give you a lot of tools to engage your customers and measure your success all in one place. So you'll be able to centralize customer info within Faire. You track your buyer's info, order history, any marketing interactions you're having with them, all in one beautiful portal. You can build out dynamic email campaigns. So use our free email tool to notify your retailers when you're running a promotion or you added a great new product. And on top of that, you can automate reminders to customers. So you can use the email tool to nudge your retailers to reorder automatically without you having to manage that day to day. And then lastly, you will be able to measure your revenue growth, order volume, and sell-through across your catalog and on each of your products with Faire's analytics, so you can get smarter about how you're driving your business overall. And then lastly, Faire will make sure that you are paid on time every single time. You no longer have to worry about defaults or late payments from retailers. Faire will pay you in 30 days, no matter what. You also have the option to choose next day payouts. Those do come with a small 3% processing fee. All in all this value of Faire is bundled into a simple commission. So you pay us a commission only when you get paid. There are absolutely no sign-up fees, no contracts. It's totally risk-free to sign up for Faire. We simply charge commission when you get an order from a new retailer. So the commission is 25% on a retailer's opening order and 15% on any reorders that they place. And then to wrap this section up, let's take this all back to our friend Anthony with Nectar of the Vine. As a result of processing most of their orders through Faire, Anthony's team has been saving around 40 hours per week and $800 per month. Anthony says directly, it's super easy. We control what products go up, and if we need to make a change, it's done in minutes. We want you to experience these savings in your business too, which is why I'm going to hand it over to Ariana now to walk you through how you get started with Faire.
Thanks, Deb. Hi, everyone. My name is Ariana, and I'm calling in from the San Francisco office. And like Nick and Deb, I'm also on the brand partnerships team, but I focus specifically on the apparel category. So now that you know a little bit more about Faire and how we work, I actually have the pleasure of chatting with you about how to actually get started. So getting started, 3 simple steps. First, you'll want to submit an application. Then once you do, you can go ahead and complete the onboarding form. And while you're doing that, keep in mind some of our best practices that we've seen from our existing brands today. So first step, submit the application. Super easy. You'll want to go to faire.com/apply. And in that, you'll be able to provide some basic information about your brand, including your category, the number of stockists you sell to, basically everything that's pictured here in the image. And then once you do that, your application will be reviewed, which can take as little as 30 seconds or a few days, depending on your category. And just a hot tip here, we're doing our next virtual event called Faire Market in February. And so now is a really great time to get started, get familiar with the platform, start getting orders. So that way, when the event comes, you're feeling confident and really good about all the sales that you're going to be getting. Next slide. And so completing your onboarding, basically once your application is approved, you'll want to share your brand details with us in our step-by-step onboarding form, just to make sure that our team is able to build your page as best as possible. And so it's a step-by-step process. You'll want to follow the instructions pretty carefully, but if you need to edit anything or if you want to change things later on, don't worry, you'll be able to once your account is created. And since our team is building the page for you, just want to give another hot tip, maybe just complete it as soon as you can, so that way you can hold your spot in the onboarding queue. And something to keep in mind while you're filling out the onboarding form is adding your catalog to Faire. So we've heard from some of our existing brands some tips that have set them up for success. And so I'm going to share those with you. Listing your entire catalog with current pricing and adding new products as you get them keeps your page fresh and very relevant across the marketplace. Selecting appropriate categories, attributes, brand values are also super helpful for searchability. You'll want to provide clear, accurate titles and detailed descriptions across all of your products, so the retailers are super clear on what they're buying. And then keep order minimums low to reduce the barriers to purchasing. Usually we see a higher conversion rate around $200 or less. And then upload as many clear and high-res photos as possible. Usually we recommend around 4 images per product. And so great, you submitted your onboarding form, you're waiting for us to build out your page. This is when you can start getting comfortable with the portal. So next slide. And we have some really amazing marketing tools that you'll be able to use in the portal. One of them is our customer management tool, which will allow you to, actually we can go one slide back if that's okay. You can chat through the customer relations tool. There we go. This is where you'll be able to keep track of your mailing list using this tool in the portal by monitoring customer activity. So you can see who's purchased, how much they've spent, what they've ordered previously, and even things like who has products in their cart currently. And by using that information, you'll be able to outreach and target customers for marketing. And so now on the next slide, what we kind of alluded to is that there are also free marketing tools in the portal where you can use those customer lists to then send email campaigns. You can send email campaigns to promote your line, product launches, and even seasonal promotions. You can set up, I think Deb mentioned earlier, automated reminders to remind customers to reorder. And then you can also invite your existing customers and even potential prospects to order with Faire's incentives. And this is a program called Faire Direct. So if you haven't heard of Faire Direct before, this is actually a program that we've created that allows our brand, so you, to extend Faire's benefits to retailers and your prospective customers, all for free, so no commission at all. And how we do this is when you join, you'll receive a personalized URL to your brand page, which we call your Faire Direct link. And that will enable you to take wholesale orders through Faire at a 0% commission. And you'll be able to share this link with your buyers and even embed it on your website to just make the process easier for your retailers. And so you might be asking, why would my retailers want to order with Faire? What's in it for them? So all retailers who are new to Faire, they actually get $200 off of your line, and they also get 1 year of free shipping on your line. Any retailer, whether they're new or existing, gets free returns on their opening order with your brand, net 60 payment terms covered by Faire, and access to our world-class customer service team. And then most importantly, for our brands, you'll be able to close more business. So by offering Faire's incentives, retailers are able to purchase with more confidence and reduced risk, which translates to more sales for you. You'll be able to have a streamlined order and customer management tool. And then also just rest assured knowing that you're not paying any commission for these orders, and we will guarantee payment for every single one of them that comes through. So how do you use this tool? Now that you know a little bit more about it, there's a few different ways you can do that. The first is uploading a list of your existing and prospective customers in that customer relationship tool I had mentioned earlier. And then you'll be able to send your Faire Direct link via email using our free marketing campaign tool. And we also have pre-written templates, so it's already made for you. All you have to do is just click send. And then we have another way, which is called a widget, and you can embed that on your website. And basically it's a free wholesale portal that will direct retailers to your Faire shop page. And again, last but not least, most importantly, just know, rest assured that you have 0% commission on any orders that you're funneling through your Faire Direct link. So to take it back to Anthony, our guy from Nectar of the Vine, he is a great example of a brand who has leveraged Faire's tools to win back customers and increase sales. When he started using our marketing tools, including Faire Direct, he noticed an uptick. And so he said, at all those trade shows, we did badge retrieval, we uploaded those contacts into Faire. And in doing that, he was able to win back 500 churn customers. And so a combination of using the Faire Direct tools along with gaining exposure on the marketplace, he's been able to increase sales by 75%. And now he's using Faire as his primary portal for wholesale, which is amazing. So with that, I'm going to hand it back over to Madeline, and she's going to chat through our Q&A section.
Hello again, everyone. I hope that you've been learning a lot. I think Nick, Deborah, and Ariana did an incredible job, so thank you. I wanted to cover a couple questions that came up in registration. We had the ability to submit questions, and a few came up a handful of times, and so I'd like to cover those live now. So next slide, please. Does Faire allow private labeling? This was a question that a few of you had, so we can go ahead and jump into this answer. First of all, for those of you who don't know, private labeling, also called white labeling, is when a manufacturer creates products and sells them to a third party, and that third party then labels them and markets them as their own goods. Right now, we don't accept private labeling products. The reason for that is that our marketplace is designed for brands who are promoting their own goods and using their own product photography. And we just don't have the setup for and features that you might want for private labeling. So right now we are targeting brands who are designing and promoting their own goods. Can brands sell to drop shippers on Faire? Another great question. First of all, again, let's talk about what drop shipping is for those of you who might not know. It is a business model where online retailers will list goods for sale, but they don't actually stock that inventory. So when a shopper, a consumer on this online website decides to make a purchase for something, it's actually the manufacturer that ships that item directly to the consumer. And we don't work with drop shipping models at this time. So our current business model is really focused on supporting retailers who are stocking an assortment of products. We do work with brick and mortar retailers. We work with online only retailers. We have found that a lot of retailers have developed a hybrid business model during the pandemic, where they are, they have an assortment of inventory that they're selling both in their brick and mortar and through an online e-commerce website. But what we don't enable is retailers who are selling goods and then wanting our brands who sell on Faire to drop ship directly to the consumer. That's not a setup that we have. As a brand, you are able, though, if you are not comfortable selling to online only retailers at all, you're welcome to opt out. So you would only be selling to brands who have a brick and mortar presence. The last question, can retailers purchase products on Faire to sell them on Amazon? This comes up a fair amount, and the answer is no. That is against our terms and conditions. So retailers who purchase on Faire are not able to resell those products on Amazon or on any other third-party websites. That is really important to us at Faire. It's important to us that brands have confidence in the retailers that they're selling to. And we don't want to see products getting purchased on Faire and sold on third-party marketplaces. So this is against our terms of service. We will take action if any of those if violations of these terms are brought to our attention. Okay. Thank you so much for all the questions that you submitted, and also to those of you who are asking questions in the chat. We're doing our best to answer those questions for you as they come in. But let's hop into feedback and resources. So I would like to revisit a question that we asked earlier on in our session today. How well do you understand Faire now that you have been able to listen a little bit more to our panel? Go ahead and take that poll that's popped up on your screen. We'll give everyone a few seconds to do that. All right, good. I'm glad to see that we've moved the needle. People are definitely feeling more equipped. We have fewer folks who feel like they don't understand Faire. We've got significantly more people feeling like they are moderately and very well equipped. So I'm thrilled to see that. Now, we can only cover so much in a webinar that is 45 minutes. So I do want to share additional resources where you can keep learning. So we have a blog for brands that we encourage everyone to check out. It's called The Studio, and we have a lot of stories and insights and how-tos on the blog that you might find helpful. One of those one of the things that we like to show on the studio are stories like Anthony's. So examples of how brands have been able to grow their businesses using some of Faire's tools. So you can find stories like that on the blog as well. We also have a podcast called Brick and Order. And our podcast features interviews with brands and retailers in our community who tell their story about how they started their business, some of the challenges they've faced in their business, and what they wish to share with their peers and with the Faire community. And you can listen to that anywhere you listen to podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, it's listed on all major podcast websites. So you can look that up. We also have our Help Center. And Help Center is a great resource for brands who are starting to learn more about Faire, and particularly if you want to read about specific policies and get into some of the nitty-gritty of how Faire works. A lot of your questions can be answered there. And our wonderful moderators in chat have been dropping in links to faire.com/support throughout the session, but you can spend some more time there as well. Now, of course, a great next step to learn more about Faire is to go ahead and start your application. So you can head over to faire.com/apply, where you'll be able to fill out a little bit about your brand. It takes, depending on your category, it can take as little as 30 seconds or up to a few days for our team to review your application. We do try to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to join Faire at a time when is best for their category. So there is sometimes a wait list if we aren't able to accept additional brands in your category at that time. We will keep you informed on when your brand is ready to onboard, and then we recommend that you complete that onboarding as quickly as possible to keep your spot. Our next slide now, we'll be dropping a survey in the chat, and we'd love your feedback. If this was a helpful session, if there's other topics you'd like us to cover in webinars, what you loved and what we can improve. We'll also email the survey along with the content of this webinar to all of our attendees. And last but not least, we wanted to thank you for joining us today. So we really appreciate you taking the time to come learn with us. We hope the information was helpful. We hope that you are walking away with a bit more information and a bit more understanding than you arrived with. We encourage you to use the resources that we shared today to learn more. And feel free to stick around. We'll play a little music as we are finishing up. And thank you so much for attending today.